Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Australian report for Thursday 24th of Feb, and starting with the daily chart here, we can see the stochastics, which we've been keeping a bit of an eye on, pull back in line with the current trend to the downside, and we're looking for it to pull back to the 7,000, which is the 50-60% retracement level area. I just better double check that as things move in the night. Yeah, good enough for the time being, a little bit below that, so we can just adjust that a bit below, but somewhere in there anyway, not a biggie. It would concern me a lot if this became the resistance here. Then how do we view all of this that we've looked at before? And as I mentioned earlier, it would be possible technically to put wave 4 there and wave 5 over here for that. It doesn't, because it just made a bit of a high over here for that. So that's possible, and the trouble with that, it would leave this down here as an impulse wave, so we'd have to look at this as an A wave, a B wave and a C wave coming much deeper down here for all of that. So that is a little bit of a concern. This move up through here, I have counted it as an impulse wave, but you could certainly put it into a corrective pattern as well, because it was a bit sort of dodgy in this early stages here. So anyway, that's sort of where we're at the moment with this, but let's not panic and let's just take one step at a time. We're looking from wave 1 to 2 here as an ABC correction. So with that in mind, let's go to, we've been looking at the 4-hour chart, so we can look at that. So this is where we are with this at the moment. I really need to put that B wave over here as much as I'd like to put it there. I've only got 3 waves to the upside there, and then we're looking for this to play out here. We'll look for the A, the B and the C. I mean, this is not the most fabulous impulse wave to the upside, and I know that I could look at it as an A and a B wave in here, then look at this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for a C wave. So yeah, it's a bit of an issue, but let's just sort of see how this plays out here. So I think we were on the hourly chart counting this down yesterday. So from the top here, we were looking at this down here as wave A and then wave B here. Like, I didn't get sort of, I mean, I have to look at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, because I didn't get 5 waves in here, just 3 waves. So this is the best way to look at it. I do need to make some adjustments here though. Let me just see, that will all be wave 1 and 2 in there. So that's extending in the 3rd wave. So I can just, perhaps tomorrow we'll check this with the tick chart, and that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down here. So that can be wave 3, and then there'll be wave 4, and then there'll be wave 5, and that would make wave 3 at that point. So we've got a bit of, oops a daisy, I'll just get that out of the way. I'm working here for a moment. So that's that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's pretty close there. We'll get some sort of 4th wave little check there, and then the 5th wave down here for that. And then we'll get the 4th wave, and then we'll get the 5th wave that will also come down to the 7,000, and then we'll see a bounce off that for the 4th wave here. And then the 5th wave will be slightly down a bit further coming through that. So yeah, once I count from wave B here, once we count all this whole structure, once we count these last 5 waves down, we don't want to see the market go down below that, So we'll see this sort of, there should be some sort of little rally in here, and then down, and then 4, and then 5, and then 4, and then 5 here, and that should be it. And we'll see it work to the upside. So I'm not going to panic until this is taken out here. Okay, so we need to allow this to finish off here. Then we can look at it being a bigger bear market as such, playing out differently at that point. But yeah, I mean, I could look at this differently in here for all of this, but I think I might have even started to look at that. I'll just double check somewhere. thought I did, but I haven't. Anyway, it doesn't really matter at this stage. We'll just stay focused on what we're doing at the moment. I mean, just to have that as a fifth wave up here, just nipping out that top there, it's just not big enough, really. I mean, it's technically correct, but yeah. So we'll just stay where we are for the moment. Okay, let's have a look at the banks. So I was kind of thinking, you know, with the US markets, we've got about 3 or 5 days to the downside. So how will this play out here? Anyway, I'm not interested in doing anything here at the moment. Happy to go long, but I need to be over the 100 for that to confirm that we're actually going up. Of course, you'll get a better price down here for all of that. But we'll keep a bit of an eye on it and to see how it goes, because, you know, if it's going to drift down through here and make a new low here, well then, like, we've got a problem at that point, you know. I mean, with ANZ, we're looking at it's drifting down nicely, as we kind of thought that it may, and it may have another 5 days down here as well, you know, having an A and a B and a C wave here, but it does leave us with that top there exposed to go long now as well. And we could get a better position. We'll get maybe a small one in here and then start building over that side, if that's going to be the case, which I kind of think it is, but, you know, we still need the setup, you know, before we go long in any of this. And this, you know, this hasn't been a very easy pattern to work through, but yeah, we just keep doing our best, and that's where we are. So we've just been watching this roll over. We'll continue to do that, and the same with CBA. I want to talk about NCM today, Newcrest Mining, gold stock. So what I'm thinking, and this would be probably in line with other gold stocks as well, so it's possible that we got a low in. I can see that, I won't go into it today too much, but we'll look at it a bit later on as we go. But I just want to let you know my thinking at this point. I see that we can have 1 and 2 and 3 here and 4 here, and then we'll eventually see over the next few days a little push up for wave 5 here. And we'll just let that sort of roll out a little bit, because I think that we're going to get a classic trading levels pattern here, and then we can look to, if it's going to trigger, then it will move at that point. So we can look to do a couple of things here. If we can identify this as being 5 waves, which I think we'll be able to, then we could actually buy back on the pullback here, maybe at 24, and then build in on top of 25. So we'll be looking for that as wave 1 up here, and then we can look at this as wave 2 here. And if we just go to the intraday for a moment, let's just go maybe 500 ticks here, see what that looks like. So I'm thinking here roughly, it's a bit dodgy, but I'm thinking some sort of 1 and 2 here, and then the 3rd wave here, the 4th wave here, and the 5th wave here, to make all of this wave 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the 3rd wave, and we're in the 4th wave at the moment, and we need to push up for the 5th. I'm not that happy with that, because this gap here should be the 3rd of the 3rd actually, but it kind of doesn't matter. We still need, because we don't want to end up with this here, you know, and if the European conflict is resolved in some way, it seems to be escalating, and there seems to be a lot of cyber attacking going on now. I mean, even for TradingLounge, we're getting a lot of emails from Russia. You know, they stick out like dog's balls. It's a bit dopey in that regard, but you think they'll use some sort of VPN from another, anyway, whatever. So yeah, so I definitely need the setup, you know, even if it's just need that first decent, because to me this is the arrival here, you know, we haven't, that's the bearish one, we want the bullish one, so this is the pattern that we're looking at. We've just got the arrival, so we and we've got the reaction here to some point. It may get a bit more complicated, it doesn't really matter. We need that, and then we need that, a bit like ANZ pulling back now, you know, that kind of thing. So ANZ is kind of here, so we need it here, and then we can get some here and then build on this point here. So this is higher risk here in this area, but this is what we'd be looking for NCM, and we'll have a look at some other gold stocks along the way as well. Once this we'll start talking about them now, because possibly setting up here. Yeah, so anyway, I just thought that I would, I said I would, and now I am, and we'll just talk about it more and more. And also having that 25, I mean, I really like it when a market, you know, because it's basically come down, bounce like a ball, drop through, try to get back up, fail, drop down. And for whatever reasons, obviously the Ukraine situation is, you know, I mean, those people don't, you know, I mean, a lot of those countries around there probably wouldn't want to be holding their own currency at the moment, you know. So it's kind of interesting, because in the gold market itself, we know that for every ounce there's like 7 or 9 pieces of paper on the short side for that. So it's really going to push those people out, you know. I mean, especially the silver market, because you know, when Bear Stearns, they had the biggest short position in the world. So when the big boys closed them down and gave it to Morgan for a couple of dollars, you know, they had to take on that, and they've trying to been unwinding them, and that's why it's bounced up so much, you know. But there's still more to be had there, I'd say. So they'll be getting squeezed to the max. So that will be interesting. But anyway, for me, in terms of patterns, this is the line in the sand. And what we try to look for is, we know when to go long, and that is that, you know, when we know that this would be the bounce here, the first bounce, which is the highest. And then it's good when it drops below the level, then gets back up above the level, and that's the time to get it, you know. Do we have that yet, or is it we're going to get something like that? I don't know. We just have to wait. If we get it, we get it. And if we don't, we don't, you know. I mean, that's how I see it. So, yeah, all good. So iron ore, we've been looking at this as wave 1 up here, and then down for the A wave and the B wave and the C wave here. We know that the CCP have told the traders to, you know, push this market down, but based on their margins, we also know that they've done that before and haven't succeeded. So it's complementing the wave 2 price actions. We may come deeper past the 61.8%, because the first leg down here was like that. I don't think that I've made a mistake in terms of one. I'm just wondering if this was an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. Here's expanded flat. But either way, let's just go in and see where we're up to with this. It looks, we've got nice strong volume on that bar, which is good. So 100 ticks. I mean, the only one that's really following this is FMG. RIO's doing its own thing, holding steady. What do we need here? So we counted 5 waves down, and then we're looking for it to move back up. I don't really know how to count this. I mean, it's just a bit of a guessing game at this moment. I can see some of it, and I can't see all of it. I mean, I don't know if I should include that as 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, because I can see 1, 2 in here as 5 waves in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So is that part of that? Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave for that, a bit short. Yeah, I'm just not quite sure how to look at that at the moment. So it doesn't really matter. We're kind of looking for it to come up to the 750. Let's just continue to see what it looks like. But based on that 5 waves here, that means that we should have some type of correction, and then another 5 over here. So just because I don't know what's going on in here, it doesn't mean that we've changed our view on, I've changed my view on of this. So we're still looking in one way or another. I don't know how high it will go. Do you know what I mean? It might just go to the 720. You know, I can see it's struggling at the 700. You know, and then we've got all of group 1 in here, 10, 20, and 30, and so on. So yeah, let's just see if it gets on the 700 first, you know, as the support, and we'll see. But if it does, and it should, well, while this is pushing up, well, then we're going to see the other markets push up, you know. And this is BHP here. It's not falling back in any way here. So it looks like it, you know, if iron ore is going to push up, well, then we're going to get this extra little high in here. So I'm not really sure what to make about this as well. I thought I had another little look at it, and I thought the only mistake that I could have made, I could have this wave 5 here as wave 3, and this would be a wave 4 here, and then we have another move up here. But look, kind of in a way, it also doesn't matter as well what it does here, because at the end of the day, we want a classic trading levels pattern to go long on. So once again, bringing this picture back in, we've got the arrival, the reaction. Did we have that there? Where are we? Oh yeah, we haven't. We've just got the arrival. So, you know, we've just got the arrival. We've hit the level. We've had a reaction. I was expecting a bigger reaction in line with iron ore falling, but obviously copper's holding still, and I think they're bigger in copper than iron ore. Is that right? I can't. Anyway, and then. But anyway, this is what we're looking for over here. So no matter what happens, this is what we're looking for. And if we get this, well, then we could pull back and get some in here as well. So, I mean, it doesn't hurt to be long in this anyway, because, I mean, from the low here, you know, one way or another, we got 5 waves up here. So, and the only mistake I could have made is wave 1 here and 2 here, and then 1 and 2. And all of this is 3, 4, 5 just for the third wave, and the fourth wave goes in here, and the fifth wave goes in here. So that's possible. And then we've got FMG that's basically playing the game with iron ore. So we've had that 5 waves down. I thought we may have had it here, but like I said, I'm not that worried, because I'm still looking for this and this, you know, and this is where we should be interested, all over this side, building in here and on the level here, and then up, you know, further up. We need to manage our exposure in all of this, but so this is kind of what we're looking, well, this is what we're looking for here, and yeah, it's just going to take a bit of time, really, that's all. I mean, it's taken how many days here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. So let's go another 5, another 8 here. So that's sort of where we are really with that, you know. So three weeks really before we get down here, and then we've got to kind of confirm that we got an impulse wave here as well. So yeah, expect a month, and yeah, let's just wait for that timing to play out here and all of that. And Rio's doing its own thing as well, but we noted this. It wasn't new. We'd counted our little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up here, and maybe something not quite right here. I need to drop that back a bit, but I could see here that we had 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third and fourth. So we'll probably have the fifth up here for that. So, but that's okay, because the wave 2, the 61.8% is back. Will be back here, or we could probably lift it up a bit. But if iron ore's doing its B wave going up, and this is going to finish this going up here, well, then this move back here is only going to be really quite small, because it will need to take place while iron ore itself is just doing the C wave coming down. So be short-lived, and it probably won't be a very good ABC. It will just be more like a bit of a straight line, a bit like this wave 4, but a bit bigger than that, you know. Probably take 10 days rather than 4 or 5 days here. You know, be more of a straight line, but we'll see. Yeah, so that's that. And the Australian dollar. So we'll talk about the trade first. We went long here, and we had the stop under here. We were looking to go to 73. We didn't make it. I hope that you got out along the way. I'm just not there to manage that situation. That's why I don't put out FX trades that much. So I'm going to take these off now. And in terms of the analysis, I was looking that there's different ways to continue to look at this. We could look at it as 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, and then going up for wave 3 here. That's one way to look at it because I've got a bigger bullish count, and that's kind of okay, but it's going to be overlapping this, so it's not that crash hot. So I'll put it to the side over here now. So I'll sort of give it that it's sort of second. I won't put it on top to have an equal, or in front would mean that it's dominant in that case. So yeah, looking at this as an A and a B and a C for the A wave, back for the B wave, and up for the C wave here. So it's possible now that we come down in this for wave C or D at this point in this, because this wave B here can also be over here. I have to put it as a WXY, but possible. But either way, you know, and I'm not really, this is all a little bit scruffy in here as well. I can see parts of it. You know, I can see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are there, and that would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the third wave. I was thinking about this. I could see it as an A, B, C, D and E here for wave 4, and then going up for wave 5, but it still doesn't really give me a nice 5-wave structure up there. I can see that move there. That's easy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But and this I can see, so I'm still 1 wave short, so I really need to put that back over here for this to give 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, but then I've got overlap over here, but then I'm coming back too far anyway. So there's a little bit messy over here on this front, so I don't know. Certainly looks, we've got this first move down is impulsive. It could be an A and a B and a C and go up from here. I don't know. I don't have a clear 5 waves down here just yet. So look, we had some fun in that little bit, so we just need to chill out and wait for the next thing that we can sort of grab hold of. We had that nice support on the 2 there, so a bit of a nice classic trading levels pattern sitting there, so that was okay, you know, but now we're in no man's land, so we'll just have to chill on that. Alrighty, that's it, so thanks for tuning in. Cheers.